Max Riddle. In this video, I will be going over my Assignment 6 for SER321. Let's get started off by running the server or node and running the client. The service I decided to invent was the to-do list service, so I will first get started off with the conversion and let's input kilometers to miles. There we go. And let's show some error handling, missing inputs. It's catching the input is not an integer. Oh, you're gonna put an integer. There we go. And it's gonna say that one or more input fields are missing. That would be the units. We can do a absolute zero check. Temperature below absolute zero. Let's convert kilometers to kilometers. Units do not match. I put a typo. So that shows when we get an invalid input or an invalid unit that we don't support. Let's try that again. And same unit, no conversion needed. And now let's switch to the library service. Let's list all the books we have. There we go. It also shows which ones are borrowed with that persistent state. Let's do a filtered search for all books containing the. There we go. And let's do a bad search, see what happens. No books found matching that query. And let's borrow a book. Let's borrow The Catcher in the Rye. Now we can see that it is now borrowed. And let's quit our programs and restart to show that the data persists. And we can see that The Catcher in the Rye still borrowed by test video. And then we can show off some error handling with borrow book. Put in an invalid ISBN. Book not found. And let's try to borrow an already borrowed book. Catcher in the Rye. Book is already borrowed. And let's try to borrow that book without a valid name. One or more fields are missing. And let's return that book. Successfully returned. We can see that it no longer features that borrowed flag. And let's try to return that book now that we've already returned it, and it will say that the book is not borrowed, so we cannot return it. And then the last error to demonstrate invalid ISBN. We cannot return a book that does not exist. Exit the library. Go to our custom service. To-do list can show you the tasks already in it because the data is persistent. And let's add a task. Record screencast. Now it shows up on our list, and let's search for that task. And we can see record screencast. And if we search for a task that does not exist, then we can see could not find a task matching that query. Let's delete record screencast. Successfully deleted, and we can see that it no longer exists. And let me demonstrate the data persistence by adding a new task called persist data. And I will exit the program, close the server, reboot. Go back to that service. And we can see that persist data still is there. And that concludes my demonstration of my assignment 6 for SER321. Thank you.